rematch of the Hero Indian Women's League, and my name is Sohan Poddar, and in the studio I am joined by the Senior Vice President of All India Football Federation, Mr. Subrata Datta. Subrata sir, welcome to the show. So Subrata sir, to begin with, my first question is to you is that Indian football, women's football especially, is being talked about in the nook and corner of the world, be it in terms of the national team or the FIFA World Cups. Is that increasing the profile of Indian football across the globe? So in the ongoing edition, we can see that 12 teams are participating. So we have seen an expansion of the number of teams in the Hero Indian Women's League. Will that help the players in terms of the technicality, in terms of getting more game time? The Indian, in, yeah, in recent times, so we saw that the Indian women's doing remarkably well at the international matches compared to the men's team. So is that a shot in the arm for the federation in terms of breaking the gender barrier and attracting younger generation towards the game? So during your tenure, India has qualified for the Asian Cup twice and also broke into the top 55, as you have said, in the FIFA ranking, and also will be hosting the Under-17 FIFA Women's World Cup later this year. So how do you assess this period? Coming back to today's discussion, the Hero Indian Women's League, it has been witnessing the birth of many new talents like Ritu Rani, Karishma Shirvoikar has made it to the senior national women's team. So your expectation from this current season? Exactly. And what are the steps taken by the All India Football Federation at the state level to have a proper supply line, to have a proper inflow of players for the near future?
There's a lot of disturbance. Yes, you can continue.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
With the ongoing
I ask people over there not to make so much of noise, background noise. It's being difficult for me to hear you. Yes, please continue. Now I can't hear you at all. You're not audible.
Hello.
Can't hear you.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Now I can hear you.
Yes, sir. As
Yes, sir. As I was talking about the ongoing edition of the Hero Indian Women's League happening in Odisha, what are the logistics guidance provided by the government of Odisha, the All India Football Federation, in terms of the fooding, in terms of providing the facilities to the teams
proper
for
training.
proper training, etc.?
Well, as a football administrator, as the senior vice president of All India Football Federation, and as a football lover, uh, I thank from the core of my heart uh, the state government of Orissa and Football Association of Orissa for organizing this event so well. I really congratulate and appreciate what I appreciate what Orissa state government has done for women's football there. Um, Not only they have helped the state association to develop women's football to have a good team, but also for this IWL they have provided very good infrastructure, very good facilities. I, I'm really at a loss of words how to express my gratitude towards Orissa government for coming forward so much for the development and promotion of women's football in India.
So before we
So
wrap
before
up,
we wrap up our pre-match show, my last question is to you, sir. With the Under-17 Women's FIFA World Cup on the horizon, how important this tournament is going to be, especially for the younger players playing in this Hero IWL?
Well, the younger players, if they really do well, I don't know. Maybe the coach, they can he can scout a few good players and they may be included in the team. And but even if that doesn't happen, I feel that younger players they would really get motivated to do their best so that they get scouted and they get the pathway for progress of their career. So it is a blessing for all the women players and especially the young ones because they have a bright future and also all the players that are participating in this women's football IWL. Uh, they can expect to be scouted for the various national teams that we have and have a bright future and they can have a good career as a footballer and that would surely bring success to their life.
that brings us
That
to the
brings
end
us
of
to the end of our pre-match show.
well.
Thanks for joining us, brother sir. And now we will go back straight to the ground and live action coming up your way. Stay tuned.
Thank you, everybody. Hello. যদি কোনো নার্সারি ক্লাব এখন খেলতে চায় নার্সারি নার্সারি ক্লাব থার্ড ডিভিশনে খেলতে চায় না নতুন ক্লাব হতে হবে হুম হুম
Hello, 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 hello. Check, check, check. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. there is still a chance for these two sides to make it to the top four. It is still early in the season, but Hans Women's Football Club and PIFA Sports Club must win today to keep their hopes alive in the Hero Indian Women's League. And both the sides have 10 matches left and 20 points to play for. And in a season like this, you must not give up hope before time. And it leaves us expecting an interesting encounter. Hans Women's Football Club, by the virtue of winning the Football Delhi Women's Premier League, and the Hans Women's Football Club qualified for the Indian Women's League. The 5-team Football Delhi Women's Premier League commenced on February 20, and the matches were played at two venues, at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium and Ambedkar Stadium. And the league was a platform for numerous players to showcase their talent on such a big stage. The level of skills and footballing knowledge put on display conveys that women's football in India is heading in the right direction. Their league could attract so many talented players and quality as well. This is the home team, Hans Women's Football Club. Two changes from Arun Mishra to his 11, and standout performer Savi is out, and her place into the lineup occupied by Bhavna Yadav. She will be flying for this one. No Tripta Behra among the starters as well, and she makes way for Bhagawati Chauhan. Anita and then of course Jyoti will need to be as brave as ever. The crafty Susmita Jadhav has the responsibility to score up front. It is a 4-3-3 from Arun Mishra, and has never been in charge of Hero Indian Women's League club in the past, but never tasted the rush of a Hero Indian Women's League game as a head coach, and how he would like to get the first win of the season. In a conversation in the first week of the season, we had a chance to ask Jyoti if she knows about this game. She does, and who else does, and who else did. And PIFA Sports Club, this is the first time they are taking part in the country's top flight women's league. Two changes in Nirvan Shah's team as well as Trupti Deep, new starter today, and Payal comes in for Anjali in goal. In midfield, Sangi, Nongbet, Karen all gets the nod, and up front is Lalnun Siami and Nisila, as Nirvan Shah goes with a 4-3-3 for this one for the PIFA Sports Club. And Nirvan Shah honest in his assessment of the squad and their performances, but there is only so much he can do from this point, and yet there has been fine moment in the last game, and that moment has come from Nisila. When that fiery temper is turned towards football, she can be quite an asset. Well, these are the match officials for today's game. The referee for today's game is Chitrambada Patra. The assistant referee is Debala Devi and Chimchim Seto. The fourth official for today's game is Ranjita Devi, and match commissioner Tejesh Shah. PIFA Sports Club started the game deep down the defense in the previous one against kick-started Bay. The Karnataka-based side created a lot of chances as they kept Anjali busy under the PIFA post. It was finally at the 23rd minute that the deadlock was broken when defender Nirmal Devi scored a screamer from around 40 yards. Well, Hans Women's Football Club are not the only club to suffer from playing football in one half and switching off in the other, but the trend they are producing only point to inconsistency. They score, concede heavily in the second half, their focus and concentration dwindling. Hans Women's Football Clubs are a side whose shoulder dropped immediately after conceding the first goal in that 6-2 thrashing they received from SSV Women, and PIFA didn't had a great evening either, and that was against Kickstart Football Club, and both teams must respond. All sport is how about you bounce back, and this evening will be tasted of character among other things, but there are 3 points available for an outside chance for two of these teams to enter into the top four, which is a bit congested at present. The message in the dressing room will be clear: win at all costs and give yourself a chance. Even the faintest glimmer will help. And form and football style wise, you may still favor Hans Women's Football Club. There would be a milestone for the likes of Jyoti Lakshmi one of the traditional heavyweights of women's football from the northern region of the country. The referee for today's game, Chitram Badapatra, with the two captains. The team playing in red and black is PIFA Sports Club. The team in blue and white is Hans Women. And the skipper Jyoti Barrett, the number 9, who plays into the heart of midfield. And Karen Pius is going to be the skipper of PIFA Sports Club, the number 8. Coached by Arun Mishra, Hans Football Club will be looking to use the experience of Captain Jyoti in the middle of the park. And apart from representing the Blue Tigress in the past, the 32-year-old has also had the experience of stints with foreign clubs. That is going to be an added bonus for the Delhi-based side. And so the team lineups, and one more time, the mission is to win. So still everything to play for at this stage of the season. Nirvan Shah and his team needs to score goals. Lalnun Siami is going to be very, very crucial. And Nongbet will be important, who can be the only player behind Lalnun Siami, who joined PIFA Sports Club from Misaka United Football Club. These milestones will compare to nothing when it comes to winning 3 points and trying their best to make it into the elusive AFC Women's Club Championship. The league is a platform for numerous players to showcase their talent on a big stage, and the level of skills and footballing knowledge put on display conveys that women's football is in the right track, with All India Football Federation doing exceedingly well in spreading love for the game across the country. And with matches getting televised, a chance for the players, chance for gems to be unearthed. We are all set for match number 7 here at the Capital Ground in Bhubaneswar. And so with 10 games to go for Hans Women's Football Club and PIFA Sports Club, they meet today again. And Arun Mishra's system of solidity has been vaporized, so much so that they've been porous in defense, timid in attack, but both these teams started the season with losses, and all that is in the past now. They got to learn an important lesson and respond, but here is the news. There is still a window of opportunity, and could they squeak into the top 4 if they go on a fairy tale run of wins? And that run has to start today. It has to start now. So 27 seems like is the magic figure, and 27 is what the clubs would love to chase down this season. Right up, there is a pressure from the team in blue, that is Hans Women's Football Club. A lovely footwork there by the number 25, Lakshmi Verma. One senior national appearance already for her, for Haryana. Was also in the pipeline for Delhi for the senior national appearance. Both the teams stepping into the pitch with a 4-3-3, mirroring each other out in terms of the team formation. Tanvi is starting between the sticks for Hans Women. Sana Chanu and Bhavna Yadav hold the fort, stay closer to the defending third. And they're going to be cushioned by the likes of Sandhya Rani Chanu, Jyoti Anbarat, and the number 11 Jyoti. There are 2 Jyotis in the field of play. And the attacking responsibility is going to lie in the shoulders of Bhagwati Chauhan and Riya. Meanwhile, an early shot collected by the PIFA goalkeeper. Shushmita Jadhav is going to be the number 6 and the target man for Hans Women. And she is going to be aided by the likes of Anita and Lakshmi Verma to her right and left.
talking about PIFA Sports Club. There is a change between the sticks for them, as Payal, she is starting this evening. Sunita Devi, Zairem, Afreen and Nikita making up the back four with Sangi. She's going to provide the protective screen in front of the back four with Nongbet and Karen, forming a midfield triangle for PIFA Sports Club. And Nisila, Lalun Siami and Tupti Deep, the front three. They did score in the last game against Kickstart, but due to their leaks in defense, they couldn't fight back, and eventually Kickstart winning the game by 3-1. This time from the left hand side, ball played towards the left edge of the penalty area, trying to sort her feet out, lay off for the number 27 Sangi, and that was a weak try, straight into the wall. And now onto the second ball very quickly is the team in blue, Hands Women Football Club. It was a wasteful pass forward as PIFA built up from behind. And the flat back four for the team in red. It has its origin in Great Britain. The formation and the basic features of the formation aren't very flexible, but it offers a quite stable defensive shape. And the distribution of the players is even throughout the field, which results in short distances and relatively short running lanes as the defense moves up and down the pitch. There's an attempted through ball. Stepping up high is Sunita Devi with an early cross, easily defended by Sana Chanu. Bhavna Yadav, the number 26 and the number 4, playing pretty close to each other. Bhavna Yadav as well played in the under-17 Women's Football Senior Championship. And the goalkeeper Tanvi participated in the Reliance Foundation Youth Sports back in 2018 and also in this Shubroto Mukherjee Cup. And she also attended the Under-17 Women's World Cup camp. Trupti trying to apply pressure on Sandhya Rani Chanu. The ball just nicked off her heels by Trupti. There was no breakaway move forward, slightly on the back foot. The team in blue pressing high. And now Payal with the goal kick. Snatched away by Lalnun Siami. And now coming forward is PIFA Sports Club. Trupti skips past the first challenge. The number 23 is running across. And that is Anita tracking back. Excellent work. She plays on the right wing for Hands Women's Football Club. She also played in the Khelo India Football League at the under-17 category. Playing it across to Sunita Devi, the right full-back. More of an inverted full-back who likes to make underlapping runs. Hence, Women's Football Club got to keep a closer look at Sunita Devi. A bit of a scrappy play there in the middle of the park. Excellent drag back by Sangi. A perfect diagonal into the path of Nongbet. And Nongbet just goes off balance but manages to recover. A couple of blue shirts upon her. And Nongbet tried to win a throw-in for her team and not succeeding. She was quickly challenged by the number 11 of Hands Women's Football Club, that was Jyoti. She is the winner of the Delhi Premier League. Participated in the senior national 9 times for Delhi. Also the senior SAF championship winner. plenty of experience in this Hans Women FC side. They were leading by 2-0 against SSB Women at one point of time. But due to their sluggishness late towards the first half, they had to pay the price, and the side from Shiliguri steamrolled them in the second half by scoring 4 more, and eventually they had to face a 6-2 defeat. Corner taken very short and on the angle. Here's that high cross, goes up for it. It was Nisila. She scored that all-important goal for PIFA in the previous game. And now emerge with the ball. Chance to pour forward for Hans Women. A run being offered by Anita from the right-hand side. But the resulting delivery comes to nothing. Both the teams are looking for a quick start. It's been an open affair, slightly end-to-end. Get her foot on the way is the number 28 for PIFA, and that is Nikita, the left back. And now dispossessed of the ball is Ria. She's got a flash of pace. Lalun Siami sending Nongbet from the right hand side. Nongbet beating her man for pace. Stood firm there. And now double teamed. Once again. The number 24 this time, Bhagwati Chauhan, helping out Jyoti. And the number 11 of Hans Women's Football Club, Jyoti, she is tracking the run of Nongbet. She has perfectly manned the right channel for PIFA Sports Club this evening here at the Capital Ground. A slight sluggishness in their approach play. PIFA Sports Club. And the build-up play from the back four. The game can be built up through the center or out in wide positions, but for successful build-up though, it is necessary to quickly get the ball to one of the two forwards who can then make the next play and have the midfielders advance accordingly. And now drifting out wide, Tupti takes it into her stride. A solid challenge by Anita, and not just that, she's won the ball as well. And now a break could be on. Hans Women looking to play in Shushmita Jadhav. The game plan didn't work out. Seizing up the move is Nikita. There is Zairem. She's been the pillar of strength for PIFA Sports Club in their defense. Zairem and Afreen. And there's the cross. Just over. Shushmita Jadhav is being retrieved by Anita. Laid back for Jyoti. Jyoti takes it onto her right side, trying to wrong foot the PIFA Sports Club defense. Unsuccessful, her endeavors. They have started off aggressively, the Hans Women Football Club. And that's a misclearance by Bhavna Yadav. And the first corner kick of the game. PIFA Sports Club will be taking it. The Hans Women's Football Club, they lost against SSB Women by 6-2 on 15th April. That was the opening day of this competition, and the coach Arun Mishra, the AFCC license holder, formerly with the Baichung Bhutia Football School. And jersey number 28, Nikita, in corner duties for PIFA Sports Club. Can she make this particular set piece opportunity count is the question. Taken shot, trying to add some variety while taking set pieces. Quick exchange between her and Lalun Siami. But the resulting delivery was a tame one. And got to get some quality in there in order to trouble the goalkeeper, in order to test the PIFA Sports Club defense. Here they come. A slightly heavy touch. Capitalizing onto it is Zairem. Trupti cannot go past Sandhya Rani Chanu. She played in the under-14 sub-junior national for Manipur and also in the under-14 school games. Zairem with the set-piece chance. This time swings her left foot. A hint of a handball. Referee calling a play. And the number 27 Sangi. The ball just bounced off the turf. Shades of handball. In a particular formation of a 4-3-3. The players really gelling well with one another and offering a balanced distribution of players on the pitch, which function of players in terms of defense. In every player performs their task well. It's possible to defend very compactly as well, apart from attacking. Doubling up on the wings allow for expansion in the defense as well as the offense. And the two strikers provide support in the offense and can work off each other in order to increase the pressure on the opposition's defense. And there is always a player upon Sumita Devi, not allowing her to join the overlap. Time and again pressed by Hans Women's Football Club's number 6 Shushmita Jadhav. A lot of defending to do for her. And now beautiful footwork, space opening up for the number 25. The flag immediately went up against Lakshmi Verma. In the first 15 minutes, certainly the Hans Women's Football Club are looking the better side. And they got to get their acts together, PIFA Sports Club. And the Hans Women's Football Club emerged champions at the inaugural Football Delhi's Women's Premier League by defeating Signature Football Club in penalty shootout in the final match played at the Ambedkar Stadium. And the two sides were locked 1-1 after the regulation time. A tussle for the ball. Lalun Siami was brought down. Get up, says the ref. Lalun Siami is not happy. When you are up against a side who are equally matched in terms of the strength, you would get few biting challenges like that. I've got to try and make it a habit. And the Hans Women's Football Club, they were awarded a trophy and a prize money of rupees 15,000 after winning the Women's League in Delhi. And Dr. Shaji Prabhakaran stated that the future of women's football looks very bright in Delhi. And the success of the league had tremendously motivated them to do more and more for women's football. And from next season, they would like to further strengthen the league structure to improve the competitiveness of the league and to attract more and more girls to football through structured competitions across the women's football pyramid. Drifting in cleverly behind the Hans Women's defense, sending in a cross on the half turn, Lalun Siami. She is looking very, very threatening. Oh, nicely done there. Sandhya Rani. The PIFA Sports Club, the midfielders positioned themselves in tandem in midfield, trying to squeeze out every inch of space near the center circle. The opposition team eventually running out of options and giving the ball away to Hans Women. That has been the game plan. PIFA Sports Club slightly defensive, looking to hit Hans Women Football Club on the break and exploit the gaps behind the defense line. Very often you would see the likes of Lalnun Siami, Trupti Deep and Nisila making runs behind the defensive unit. Hans Women and PIFA Sports Club, both the teams have their eyes set on a maiden Hero Indian Women's League 2022 win on Tuesday. And the ball eventually finding its way outside the box. Some miscoordination again between the defender and the goalkeeper. She should have left it for Tanvi to collect. Thankfully for Hans Women, there was no player in red waiting inside the box to pounce. That was the incident. Thankfully the ball just falling into the path of Sana Chanu. Oh, here's a great ball, flag stayed down. Might be the opening goal of the game. It makes a complete hash of it. Nisila. That was a golden chance for PIFA Sports Club to go in front. A sensational ball played in by Sunita Devi. And Nisila, she was through on goal. Just had to beat the goalkeeper. So finding some joy, PIFA Sports Club on the break. Another delightful ball. Lanu Siami is chasing. Defender Sana Chanu was stepping in at the right time and averting the danger for her team. Siami, Nongbet. And the cross was low and easily dealt with by Bhavna Yadav. There's going to be a long chase. And almost as if both the players are going in for a sprint race. The goalkeeper had to take control of the situation. This is a chance perfectly set up for the number 19. And Nisila this time makes no mistake. And it's 1-0 for PIFA Sports Club Kolaba. They take the lead here against the Hans Women Football Club. Beautifully weighted that ball. Perfectly timed run by Nisila. And a poacher's finish by the number 19, who is operating from the flanks this evening here at the Capital Ground. We saw her play a much more central role in the opener against Kickstart Football Club. A slight change in game plan by Nirvan Shah, bearing the fruit on this occasion. Nongbet. Not a very convincing clearance. At the full stretch, it's been stolen smartly, beating the keeper and making it 2-0. Lalnon Siami. And sloppy defending by Hans Women's Football Club. And just at the blink of an eye, the PIFA Sports Club scoring the second goal. And the Mizo striker making them pay for their mistake in a subconscious state of mind was Bhavna Yadav. And she's been penalized by the number 9 of PIFA Sports Club. And they go 2-0 ahead in this crucial fixture. Later in the day is going to be another vital game coming up between the two heavyweights, Gokulam Kerala and SSB Women Football Club. And that game also going to be live on the Eurosport network coming your way. A nice 1-2. Getting on the end of it. Excellent first touch. There's the pullback. Player arriving in the number 27. The shot has gone wide. A side-footed attempt from Sangi. Shrugging off the challenge, Nongbet. Perfect pullback towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Steaming in was the number 27. Just had to guide it goalwards. Failed to do so. Anita. Head coach Arvind Mishra expressed his thoughts ahead of the game. He said that they will go with a positive mindset. Even though Hans women, they started the game brightly. PIFA Sports Club managing to weather the storm and steady the ship and do the damage. They got a very good start in this game, but the result was not in their favor in the previous one. And they will continue similarly as they did in the last game and try to maintain till the last minute of the game. In a marathon league like this, players, they do take time to work out combinations. And the game's coming thick and fast. Pretty less recovery time. Throw in for PIFA Sports Club. Sandharani. Both the fullbacks of Hans women, Sandharani and Jyoti, are highly experienced. Won it in a great area. Sangi, Nongbet. Beautiful link-up play between the two. Lalun Siami leaving it for Nongbet. Cross comes in. A nice flick on towards the number 19, Nisila. Just couldn't adjust herself. She went for it very quickly. And Hans Women Football Club, they are under pressure. They are feeling the heat. Sangi, Zairem, Sunita Devi. The opening day of the Indian Women's League 2020 season witnessed Bangalore-based kickstart bettering PIFA FC on all fronts at the Capital Ground. The game was a cagey affair with both sides battling for a control of midfield. However, PIFA tried to build from the back, enjoyed an early phase of domination. They had their first glorious opportunity of the half when Nisila found herself through on goal in the 7th minute. Another searching ball, finding its target. Nongbet's first time cross. Very quickly closed down by Jyoti. There's an early cross towards the edge of the area. Brought down by Jyoti and Boret. Buying a yard to number 28, Nikita. And Nikita's forward pass. It's towards nobody. From that moment, the momentum shifted in the last game in favors of Kickstart. Once Bhubaneswar Devi darted down the left flank, but her low shot was saved cleanly by Anjali. She started the last game. She's on the bench for this one. Heading the ball at the number 8, but only helps Jyoti instead. Organizing play in midfield. Midfield maestro for Hans Women's Football Club. They are down by 2-0. They've got a mammoth task. The referee just blowing the whistle and pointing towards a hydration break then. And going into the break, the PIFA Sports Club, they will be very happy with the way things have gone in their favor. With a slight slow start, but as the game progressed, especially after chipping in the first goal, the second one came very quickly. Getting their foothold back in the game, the PIFA Sports Club. Hans Women Football Club just out of sorts. They lost the rhythm. There is Arun Mishra. It started with the Baichung Bhutia Football School. And PIFA Sports Club bench, Nirvan Shah. Just instructing her ladies not to get complacent. There's still a lot of time left in the game. We saw that in the SSB and Hans Women Football Club game. They were leading by 2-0 at this point of time. And then there was a complete turnaround late in the first half. And PIFA Sports Club do not want repetition of that incident. Nirvan Shah, head coach of the Mumbai-based PIFA Sports Club, also delivered his thoughts ahead of the game. He said they will continue playing this style of football with more focus and determination, and they hope that the girls gel better as a team and cut down the mistakes. There's the ball in. Runs down towards Nisila from a tight angle. Tipped over by Tanvi. Draws a fine save of the number 1 of Hans Women Football Club. Lanun Siami with a whiplash of a shot from an acute angle. Targeting the top corner. Look at that, a stinging attempt. And corner kick for PIFA Sports Club. They are getting into the mood. There's the cross. Poor defending there by Hans Women Football Club. Darting in very dangerously was Nikita, selling one dummy. But couldn't put the cross in place. And even after bagging the lead, the Bengaluru club on the last game with charged forward in the 32nd minute. They doubled their lead through Roja Devi. Hans Women Football Club have got a lot in their locker in terms of going forward and terms of scoring goals. Their defense have been a matter of concern, given the fact they have not been able to defend very confidently in this tournament. Conceded 6 goals in the opening game and 2 already in this one within the first half an hour, and almost a free run for the number 24, that is Bhagawati Chauhan. Breaks kindly into the box. The whistle is gone. Went off balance, Bhagawati Chauhan. She's also a senior national player and also played at the university level. Will be needing treatment. Just closing her down at the right time, Nikita. Otherwise, a shot was there for the taking. Giving a body check at the right time is Nikita. Talking about the centre backs who've impressed so far in the Hero Indian Women's League, Nirmala Devi of Kickstart will be at the top of the pile. The 19-year-old centre back unleashed a wicked effort from almost 30 yards out, and the ball dipped dramatically to leave the PIFA FC shot stopper completely helpless. And Ashalata Devi and Ritu Rani of Gokulam Kerala also had a very eventful opening game, but they will be tested tonight against the likes of SSV Women's. Zairem. Playing their way out is PIFA. And down the line is Supti. The ball has crossed the technical area. It's a throw in favor of Hans Women Football Club. Honorable Mishra, while giving his assessment of the opponents, he said that they're going to play against PIFA and they have a good team and they need to fight till the last minute in order to achieve their target. And they have full trust and belief in their team and will definitely play with courage and passion. And those two are key words, courage and passion, at present is lacking in their approach play. They have gone off the boil and made a rampaging start. Yellow card also to Bhagawati Chauhan, the number 24 of Hans Women, the first player to go in the booking in this game. And she's also been replaced by jersey number 14, Asha Thapa. And the full-backs, while going up, also got to defend their flanks wholeheartedly and support the midfield. When you've got those marauding full-backs along with the wide midfielders, it offers you more options and outlets to attack down the wings. The Hans Women Football Club looking to stretch play out wide and to open up space down the centre. And now the nice reverse ball, Nisila, she will gather it. Close to her was Nikita. Moves it on. Just a tap too long, that pass for Jyoti. Junior national team player Jyoti, number 11, but number 9, Jyoti Barrett. She is the winner of the senior SAF championship. We also saw India hosting the SAF under-18 championship in Jamshedpur last month. Lots of footballing actions coming on your way. India also hosted the AFC Asian Cup back in January at Maharashtra. And the ball just skipping up past Sangi. Collected by Sunita Devi. Challenge comes in. She is dispossessed. Jyoti looking to dismantle Sangi, trying to move her off the ball. Sangi eventually too strong for the challenge. Not getting support in the final third. Oh, that's a decent move for Hans women. The flag eventually stays down. The number 6 is selling one dummy to the number 4. And now cross from deep. Easily clearing out the danger. Spreading it back in defense and now carrying it forward. And looking to bypass the number 14. Playing it vertical to meet towards Sushmita Jadhav. Seen the gap between the centre backs, and once again it's been exploited perfectly by Lalnoon Siami. Converting it with a lot of cunning. The Mizo striker. 3-0 for PIFA Sports Club. A very clever run. She in fact gambled her run. Getting in between the two defenders and making it 3-0 for PIFA Sports Club. And that is where once again the Hans women, they proved their credentials. Now Lalnoon Siami, she's got space to operate. Plays it in field. Nisila keeps going. And just eased off. And looks up into the box. And no elevation on the cross. And sometimes while playing in a 4-3-3, it does leave the midfield vulnerable to attack from wide areas. While having a midfield triangle, it also limits wing play. That can be an issue. In that regard, you need better support from the fullbacks. At times, they also tuck in field to form a midfield diamond, which can be really very difficult for Hans women to bypass. Another very weak defending. Another chance opened up for Nisila. And this time, last ditch defending by the number 27 Bhavna Yadav, keeping Nisila at bay on this occasion. Beautiful surface here at the Capital Ground. The bounce, the way the ball is rolling, the pace, everything very, very decent. Tanvi's goal kick. This is Karen. Karen to Lalun Siami. Can she complete a hat-trick? She was scrambling on her line, Tanvi, managing to get her hand onto it in the end. She was at a stretch, pushing it behind for a corner kick. Lots of confusion while defending. This time, cross corner comes in swing floater goalwards. Goalkeeper this time grabbing it. First time clearance, not going too far. Retrieved by Sangi, recycled back into the box. This time in offside position was Nisila. A win here will take PIFA Sports Club level on points with the top 4. Having played a game extra though. The teams in the top 4 have a game in hand. Dokulam will be playing later in the day, and that's a big mistake committed by the PIFA Sports Club defender, just inviting the number 14 to get in behind, and almost she was in on goal. That was Asha Thapa. The pace of the game is slightly slowed down. We approach the dying embers of the first half. It's 3-0 in favor of PIFA Sports Club. A wonderful press from Lalun Siami, and Nisila with a solitary goal, stroking it into the opposition's half and then threading it along the floor. She gets another bite at it. Nongbet, one way then the other, still Nongbet. That outstretched challenge by Jyoti. A couple of minutes of additional time. Lacking options, lacking support, quickly surrounded by white sirs, and that's the pressure applied by the PIFA Sports Club. They're running out of numbers in midfield, the Hans women, and that is how they are conceding possession. This is an issue they got to resolve. The coach surely must have addressed, and will be addressing the same to the players at the half-time break. Tanvi brought it down brilliantly. There's a player racing down the middle in Asha, on the far left as well. Option being provided by Lakshmi Verma. Half-time then here at the Capital Ground between the Hans Women Football Club and PIFA Sports Club. And the visitors go into the break with a 3-0 win, 3-0 lead. A press from Lalun Siami, and Nisila with a solitary goal. PIFA Sports Club. And they have a right reason to smile here. Going into the break, being on driver's seat, the Hans Women Football Club will be slightly disappointed. Their defensive woes once again proving to be a big difference. These are the first half stats then. Yet to register a shot, Hans Women Football Club. 4 corner kicks in favor of PIFA Sports Club. And no shots taken by Hans Women. They were busy defending throughout the half. 11 shots on the flip side taken by PIFA Sports Club. Lal Noon Siami with 6. And Nisila with a couple of shies and couple of shies for Lalwal Nongbet as well. Lalthan Sangi with 1 shot on goal. That was off target. 3 fouls committed. Bhagwati Chauhan, Sana Chanu and Bhavna Yadav. 3 of them with 1 each. Only 1 shot, a foul registered by Trupti Deep in the first half, the number 12. The other first half highlights then, the crucial game between Hans Women Football Club and PIFA Sports Club. This was the first shot, a chance for Tanvi to warm her gloves. Another miss attempt on goal, confusion with the goalkeeper. And then on the half turn, Nisila, she was denied and nicked off her heels by Lalun Siami and opening the scoring. And then she was arriving towards the near post, Sangi. A shot from an acute angle by Lalun Siami saved by the goalkeeper. This was Hans Women's first real chance in the first half. Lalun Siami doubling her individual tally and was denied shortly by Tanvi from scoring a hat-trick. Stay tuned, we will come back shortly after this break.
কোঅর্ডিনেশন আর প্রবলেম ছিল বলে
From the Capital Ground in Bhubaneswar. We are just underway here, and you are watching the Hero Indian Women's League match number 7 live on Eurosport. And straight away on the attack is PIFA Sports Club, is the number 19, just turning away from her marker and finding her support in Nikita. Nikita shaping up for a long cross. It's inside the 18-yard box, breaks for the number 11. That was Nongbet with the chance from the right hand side, with one of her long busting runs making her presence into the box. Couldn't make it count. And equally a timely challenge coming in from Jyoti. Couldn't have a proper attempt on goal. She lost the sight of the ball marginally. Hans Women Football Club and PIFA. The team in red, after a slow start, grown into the game, and Lalin Siami showing traits of a striker. A great opportunism shown by the number 9, and Nisila scoring her second of this campaign. A half chance also fell in favor of Shushmita Jadhav, but she was quickly closed down by Zairem. Now Hans Women will have to rectify their first half mistakes and put on a better show in the second half. Tripathi, a nice reverse ball. Offside flag immediately went up, just marginally falling short, the number 19, Nisila. The All India Football Federation doing wonderfully well in making the message loud and clear. It is compulsory for every state to conduct the women's and the men's league in order to get the inflow of players intact, in order to have a proper football structure, especially when it comes to women's football. That's a very cheap giveaway. She's won it in a great area. Giveaway at the other end now. Hans Women pouring forward, the number 6. Hans Women shot from distance, takes a couple of bounds and goes straight to the goalkeeper. Again, call came in early for Tanvi. It's still not fully cleared. A cross from the right and gathered by Tanvi. A Reliance Foundation, a youth sports product. A tournament very popular. Started way back in 2016. The tournament came to an abrupt halt due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We hope it's gonna restart soon. Free kick for PIFA Sports Club is Afreen, the centre half. She will be taking this free kick. Afreen's good-looking ball into a danger area, and that is 4-0 for the side from Mumbai. It is Karen, the skipper, making it 4-0 for the visiting team. A perfectly taken free kick by Afreen inside the box. And not managing to deal with it is Sana Chanu and Bhavna Yadav. Where was the marking is the question. And a comfortable finish from Karan. And it's 4-0 in favor of PIFA Sports Club. Backing into a defender was Nisila. And now with a bit of a blind pass into the alley is Trupti Deep. Hustled off the ball. Over by the presence of Sangi, Nongbet and Karen, it is providing PIFA Sports Club a greater control in that central midfield region. Successfully crowding out the likes of Bhavna Chauhan and Ria. They are losing the midfield battle. They're creating that 4v3 situation. And eventually a centered defender had to trot up and even things up, which is leaving them vulnerable at the back. And no conviction in the clearance. Chesting it down. Jyoti opened up space on the hands left. One way then the other. Shushmita Jadhav looking for Shushmita with a long ball. Asha, she is also in the mix. Beautifully done there. Shushmita. Ria shot quickly blocked. Now looking for a breakaway move is PIFA. There's a quick body check. The referee was close to the incident. He plays advantage instead. That's Lalnoon Siami. She is on a hat-trick. The other player to score a hat-trick against Hans Women Football Club was Dular Marandi, the club from Shiliguri. SSB Women will be in action against Gokulam Kerala. That is slated for 7:30 p.m. kickoff at the Kalinga Stadium. And now losing the ball is Sangi. And poking it away. Oh, what a ball again. Nisila from a narrow angle. She struck it wide this time. Another sensational move by PIFA Sports Club. A delightful pass played over the top. A split opens the Hans Women Football Club defense. Nisila from a tight angle couldn't hit the target. The goalkeeper also left her mark and narrowed the angle down, forcing her to shoot it wide. Targeting the second post would have been a safer option. The ball kept in play only helps Hans Women Football Club player instead. Can they formulate this move into something constructive? Hans Women Football Club. She is up against Sunita Devi. Rolling it down the line. A tackle coming in at the right time. playing the role of a destroyer, Sangi, for PIFA Sports Club. Not been threatening so far, Hans women. They scored a couple of goals in the opener. One of those players, Sanvi, she scored the opening goal, is out for this one. She picked up a blow in the opener. And Bhavna Yadav filling in for her. And almost getting onto the ball was a player in blue. Somehow managing to deal with the situation is PIFA Sports Club. And now chase on from Lalun Siami. 3 defenders ahead of her and comfortably winning it. And Bhavna Yadav from the center of the pitch. She's got beautiful footwork, showing some attacking intent. Hans Women Football Club. The last touch coming off a red shirt. That is going to be a corner kick in favor of the side from Delhi. And the corner comes in and headed away just outside the edge of the area. Hot on the heels of Nisila, and this might be the opening goal for Hans Women Football Club. Goalkeeper just got down on time, Payal, and almost nudging through is a jersey number 25, Lakshmi Verma of Hans Women Football Club. Had a chance to reduce the margin. Stuck a foot out but gone past her way. Going up in collective numbers. And there the number 27 present on the edge of the area waiting for the pull back. Near post delivery easily cleared away by Bhavna Yadav. It's been won back by Anita. Anita quickly closed down. Making sure there's no progress forward. They're working the ball from side to side. Hans Women Football Club. PIFA Sports Club leading by 4-0. A brace from Lalun Siami and Nisila and Karen with a goal each. Hero Indian Women's League's 5th edition. That's a nice ball. Breaks for the number 6, Shushmita Jadhav. Flashed wide. Her left footer. The ball eventually falling onto her weaker side. Couldn't hit the target from there. A couple of changes getting ready. Here's the number 15, Tripta Behra. And the number 32, Karishma Rai, will be coming on. And goes off is Lakshmi Verma. And the play resumes. Arun Mishra blinking first in terms of making change. He's had to make one in the first half by bringing in Asha Thapa. Had 2 more in the second. And Nirvan Shah just pretty much happy and impressed with the way his team is performing so far. Wing play is very much visible in this game, which was slightly lacking in the season opener against Kickstart. Trying to receive the ball with her back on goal. And there's one more chance now for PIFA, just taken away from the feet of Nisila by Tanvi. beaten 4 times. Tanvi Mavani at the hour mark here at the Capital Ground is PIFA Sports Club leading by 4-0 against Hans Women Football Club. It's a battle between Delhi and Mumbai. The team from Mumbai is ahead. And poised to pick up full 3 points from this encounter. It will put them within touching distance with the top 4. Jersey number 29 will be coming on for PIFA Sports Club. Lalrin Muani. And there she is, making the first change, PIFA. End of the evening for Trupti Deep. One more chance here. Excellent challenge. Tracking all the way from behind. Preventing her side from conceding the 5th goal. Nicely done by Zairem. Excellent composure zone. Asha. Asha looking for that through ball. Well read there. Trying to move the ball away quickly from that sticky situation. And now Muani. And Nisila, once again, she's offside. Adding a different dimension to the game. And Nisila going all the way from the left wing. Making those dazzling runs. She likes to cut in and provide options inside the box. Another long ball played upfield. She will eventually see that go out. Jyoti. Nirvan Shah said that they will look to continue with their style despite the result not going in his favor in the opening game. It will take time for the players to get accustomed to. They've not trained together for long. A desperate play here by PIFA. Shot comes in from distance. Oh, what a strike! Truly sensational. And this time, it's the magical left foot of the number 10, Akanaksha, doing the damage. What a strike. It took a deflection in the way and the ball just ballooned over Tanvi. She was completely beaten. And it's Akanaksha scoring the 5th goal. And it's 5-0 in favor of PIFA. And Akansha with a wonderful strike. An absolute pile driver. Oh, what a goal by Akansha. And there she is now. Can she turn provider? She's got a sting on her tail now. And that will give her a lot of confidence. And the ball just dropping over. Shushmita Jadhav. Shushmita. There's a player close to her. Finds her in Jyoti. Leaves it behind. First time ball in. A header was there. Missed by the number 15 of Hans Women's Football Club. And that was Tripta. Couldn't really connect. Couldn't adjust her body. And that was an excellent cross from the right. Nisila. Muani. Muani clipped from behind. A free kick for PIFA Sports Club. Jersey number 28 is booked. Shandhyarani Chanu. And there's the player on your screen going to the referee's book for that challenge. All Muani. Those two Mizo strikers up top. Lal Nun Siami and Muani. And free kick from a tricky angle. Siami goes for it. It's a wonderful floater, knock back, and a 6-0 for PIFA. Beautifully worked free kick. Well rehearsed. A perfectly weighted ball towards the back post, knocked down in the center of the box by Akansha. And after scoring that stunner, assisting one, Akansha, and it's 6-0 in favor of PIFA. A wonderfully worked goal from set piece. A training ground trick working out on this occasion. And embarrassment continues for Hans Women Football Club. Ball dipped in. Ball, nice takedown. Lalrin Muani, the ball eventually stopping right in front of her. Well marshaled in defense by Afreen. Now she's out of position. And Hans Women can make it count, but nicely cut out there by Zairem. Zairem gives it away. Taken away from the feet of Jyoti. And now Siami. Wide on the far right. She's got an excellent turn of pace. Attacking with a lot of intensity. PIFA Sports Club. It's going to be second successive defeat for Hans Women Football Club after a wonderful outing in the state league. And the formation very much visible at this point of time is a 4-4-1-1. The tactic is incredibly effective in defending a lead, but they are trailing at present, Hans Women Football Club. And the key to this formation is that if one winger and one central midfielder press, the other central midfielder and winger hold and support, that synchronization is missing completely. those confidence drained out. Uh, 20 minutes of regulation time remaining in this. Once again invading into the opposition's area. Plenty of headways forward whenever a team in red is with the ball. Into the path of Shushmita Jadhav. She's got Jyoti inside the box to aim at. In comes the cross towards the back post. Met with the air. She was racing inside the number 32. Karishma Rai couldn't quite connect with an inviting volley. Is going to be a triple change for PIFA, including the goalkeeper. Anjali will be coming on, and the starter in the previous game. There's the number 5 and the number 16. Lalming. Bringing on a defender. Nirvan Shah. Eyeing to keep a clean sheet. Adam will also come on. Jersey number 16. Skipper, Karen, will make way for her. Karen Pice, and that's the confirmation of the change. Muriel Adams comes in, and Maui replacing Sunita Devi. Creating that room for the cross. Not in play. Managing to win a corner. And there's the number 34 of Hans Women's Football Club, Muskan Khan. A very young striker, 17 years old. Muskan. Can she bring some smile back into the face of her team? Not really. Shot from the edge of the area by Karishma Rai. Is still bobbing in the area. Finally cleared by Nisila. She also receives a smack on her face. There was a flying elbow. A shot comes in. Not on target. And a couple of players in red is lying down injured. Zairem and the number 19, Nisila. Manisha of Gokulam Kerala so far is the top goal scorer, leading the scoring chart by 5 goals to her name. She scored 5 goals against Odisha Police. She would love to add more to that list tonight against SSB Women. We are into the last quarter of the game then. The player is getting treated. Chitrambada Patra. Officiating this game. I didn't have to make any big decision. The game's been pretty smooth so far. And the ball eventually falling short of the intended target. Snapping up possession, PIFA. Knocking down the right wing again, where Lalnun Siami is present. No conviction in the clearance. They come up once more, and this time it was Akansha. Leaves no qualms in walking the ball from right to left. Staying strong there, Karishma Rai. Asha Thapa. Asha Thapa slipping it forward for Muskan Khan. Great work from the goalkeeper. Providing the cushion on this occasion. Muani knocking the ball one way, trying to take it past the other, succeeding. But she's played it out. Slightly sloppy there once again by Shandhya Rani Chanu. Conceding another corner kick. Lalnun Siami, she's stolen the limelight this evening here. A very opportunistic striker in search of a hat-trick. And delivery from this particular set piece can get them, help her achieve her target. Into a crossing position is a flat ball towards the near post. Karishma Rai is there to defend. The battle for the top spot gonna be a lot more interesting. It's gonna be a task for the rest of the teams, stopping the likes of Gokulam Kerala, SSB Women's, and Kickstart. Nikita's throw. Played short. The cross is disappointing. Goal kick for Hans Women Football Club. Has been given as a corner. It has taken a deflection, it seems. Corner number 6 for PIFA of this game. Setting up Nikita from an angle. This is Karan, the skipper, still holding on to the ball, searching for options and finds one in the form of Zairam. Still Zairam sat up perfectly for the number 24. And Nikita with a strong header and no one pressurizing her. And Nisilia Joining the party now is the number 5 for PIFA. Goal kick, says the ref. Now Zyrem stepping in again. Oh, what a wonderful ball from Karen, the skipper. 2 red shirts went on for it. And eventually Karen, realizing that either of Lalun Siami or Nisilia would get there. Feeding those 2 strikers brilliantly, Karen and Nongbet. That is what is required from the midfielders. Zyrem. Muani playing in Nasilia, gets good height on the cross towards the far post. Easily defended by Jyoti. She'd had one eye on the number 11, rushing in from the right hand side. Just sticking a boot out and putting it out of the danger area. And there's going to be a foul throw. And now in corner duties, this time changing a corner kick taker. Lalrin Muani will be looking for that in-swing floater with her left foot. She's got a lot of tall figures inside the box to aim at. Ball just soars above everyone. And Nikita's cross, it's a low one. Lot of confusion inside the box. It's been given as a foul. Receiving treatment, Lalnu Siami. It looks like a back injury. And there's the PIFA Sports Club bench. What a wonderful piece of football dished out this evening here at the Capital Ground. After losing 3-1 against Kickstart, a remarkable comeback. Zarun Mishra, a lot of areas his team got to try and improve, tried to work on. And the stretcher is out, going to be stretchered out, Lalun Siami. That's look pretty serious, the shoulder injury. And we would pray for her speedy recovery. She's been the difference maker in this game with those quick fire double in the first half. And that completely changed the complexion of the game. Otherwise, it was the team in blue and white, who was quickly off the blocks. Just haven't been evolved from their second half performance against Gokulam Kerala in the last game. Asha cannot take past the number 10, Akansha. Stepping in at the right time. Mavi. Karen. Spreading it out to the wide right, and now cutting inside is Nongbet. Nongbet is accelerating. Her ball is straight into the feet of Karishma. They need some urgency, hence women, in terms of moving the ball around. Ria, Shushmita. Shushmita wants the return, finds Karishma, brings it up towards the corner of the area. She was well within shooting distance from 25 yards out. Muani with a brilliant through ball. Nisilia, an easy take for Payal. It's Kimberly Fernandez coming on in place of Afrin. Lalun Siami goes off, and on is Bhagyashri Dalvi. And not much time left in this game. Not the greatest of the goal kicks. A failure in their entire setup this evening. In terms of attacking, the opening game was much better, at least the first half an hour against SSB women. She's got a lot of strength, Muskan Khan. And there have been few stoppages in the second half. Expecting around 4 minutes of additional time. There is Karishma. She is behind to cover. Taken away. Third time it has happened. The ball is towards nobody. Easily cleared by Jyoti. Clearing her lines, the number 11. And there's the quick interchange. A cross comes in, finds the intended target. This time with her feet. Payal pulling off a stunning save. And that was the number 29. Muani with a chance. Couldn't convert it. And a wonderful save from Payal. The additional time of 4 minutes. Has been deemed as a free kick. Kimberly Fernandez. Scanning the environment, Kimberly has just come on and then goes for goal. rattles the woodwork. Wonderfully taken by Kimberly Fernandez. Denied by the crossbar. Now look at that. Got the curl as she wanted. This win will give them a lot of confidence for their future games. Akansha tried to squeeze past a couple of blue shirts. Karishma and Jyoti with a good work there. It's Karishma. Jersey number 32 from Kalimpong, West Bengal. Now Asha Thapa. All those changes didn't really work for Arun Mishra. A free kick taken quickly. Away from one. Still keeps going. Jersey number 14. Hounded and harried. The defense line of Hans women, that was Bhagyashri. Akansha not allowed to make the pass, but Asha, she's got the space to make the pass. An excellent run from Jadhav. A committed piece of defending there by Zairem. A nice turn and pass. Two waiting in the box. And Nongbet will get a throw in for our efforts. And now they can launch a counter here and at least try and get one back before the full-time whistle. Asha. Too long. And there's Muskan. Number 34 for Hans Women Football Club. Hero Indian Women's League providing a wonderful platform for the younger players to prove their mettle, to rub shoulders with the experienced players of the country. Full time then. Here are the capital ground between Hans Women Football Club and PIFA Sports Club, and it has ended 6-0 in favor of the visiting team. And the side from Mumbai registers their first ever victory in the Hero Indian Women's League with this win. It will improve their position in the points table surely. A 6-star performance by PIFA Sports Club. And they've shown great character. They have shown great desire. And never easy after losing by such a big margin. The first game, a complete turnaround in the second. They will draw a lot of courage from this performance. PIFA, a Hans Women Football Club, falls to second successive defeat of this campaign. And now time for the hero of the match. There could be a lot of contenders. Lalnun Siami and even Nisilia. Both of them scored a brace. And the skipper Karen as well. And very, very pivotal in midfield. In fact, it's going to be Nisilia, the number 19, who is today's hero of the match. And two very vital goals. It's a happy bench. That's the hero of the match. Nisilia, the number 19, from Meghalaya, with a 5,000 rupees, a check powered by Hero Motor Corp Limited. This is the full-time scoreline from the Capital Ground is Hans Women's Football Club 0, PIFA Sports Club 6. These are the match stats. Not much of a difference when it comes to keeping possession of the ball. Look at the shots column. 18 shots taken by PIFA, 11 of them on target, 6 converted, winning 7 corners. They have edged Hans Women in each and every department, deservingly the winners of this evening. 6 shots, 2 by Lakshmi, Anita, Tripta, Shushmita Jadhav and Riya. They failed to register a single shot in the first half, managed 6 in the second. And 18 shots on the flip side taken by PIFA, 6 by Lalnun Siami, Nisilia with 5, Akansha with that wonderful strike from 30 yards out, and Karen Pius and also scoring her first goal of this Hero Indian Women's League's edition. And the other fouls committed by Hans Women Football Club 10, 2 by Yasha Thapa, 1 each by Tripta, Bhagwati, Chauhan, Jyoti, Shushmita and Riya. Five fouls on the flip side committed by PIFA, 2 by Nongbet, the winger, Trupti Deep, Karen Pius and Sunita Devi with 1 each. It's been a game of 6 goals, 3 in the first half and 3 in the second. Hans Women starting the game aggressively, but PIFA waited for the right moment, shown patience on the ball, and this was the opening chance and the opening goal for Lalnun Siami, and then that pull back towards the edge of the area, side-footed attempt, went wide. Trupti's floater, and Lalnun Siami from an acute angle tipped over by the goalkeeper. Had a chance to shoot, but quickly closed down. And this was the goal number 3 of the first half. Second half beginning with this strike from Karen. And Cecilia from a narrow angle, missing the target. This was the best moment for Hans Feminin of this game. The goalkeeper drawing a fine save, and then the best strike from Akansha from 25 yards out. And Nisila completing her second of this evening. A couple of times she went straight onto the goalkeeper. It was a great takedown and equally a brilliant save with her feet. Excellent reflexes by Payal. A long-range crime rattling the woodwork. Thanks for joining us. We will come back shortly from Kalinga. Goodbye for now.